welcome to this week's longer version of the Confident Cuppa.
Hey up, like a big cuppa, so if you want a longer break, now's the time to get the kettle on.
Big cuppa. Right, so Steve, this week we're going to talk about the importance of having a role model.
Good idea.
It's pretty crucial, really, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't really met a successful person who didn't have a role model.
Yeah.
There might be the odd one, but yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have a role model?
I've had still got quite a few.
Yeah, I kind of like cherry pick them depending on what the challenges are.
Yeah,
which role model would help me with this particular challenge?
Yeah, but I was thinking, my initial thought was thinking about my very first role model, and this role model isn't even a real person. This role model is fictitious.
Right. Okay.
Right. Her name was George, short for Georgina.
Right.
And I read about her when I was maybe 6 or 7. And she was in a book by one of my favourite authors at the time, who was Enid Blyton. So can you guess?
Well, she had a couple of gangs, didn't she? There was the one that gets less mentioned, which I can never remember the name of, because I think there were 7 of them, or 3. But is this the famous 5?
The
by any
famous
chance?
5, yeah. The famous 5.
One of which was a dog, wasn't it?
Yeah, there were 3 boys, George and Timmy the dog.
Timmy the dog. Crap name for
anyway,
a dog.
so when I was a little kid, when I was 4 or 5, not that young, 5 or 6, and I started reading all these books, it was like a big adventure to me. And one of the reasons I loved George was that she was really adventurous.
Yes.
So in those days, in the 50s, girls were a little bit, timid and shy, and you're not meant to be a tomboy, that kind of thing. And actually, she did encourage me to be a tomboy. I can remember being 6 or 7 or 8, and I don't know if you had this, it was probably quite dangerous. The end of our street, where we lived, there was quite a big drop, and there was a tree right on the end, and we had a swing, a rope swing.
The old
we
rope
used to
swing.
stand on this side and swing round, and all the boys used to do it, and the girls didn't. And I thought, right, if George was here, she'd blooming do it. So I love George because she was really adventurous and brave, and because she was brave, she had a lot of fun.
Yeah, role models. Yeah.
So I still think George is brilliant.
And you kind of like it's like beliefs in it. We know about the importance of beliefs. It's like you kind of believe if they can do it, possibly I can.
Yeah.
The one I always talk about to a lot of people when they ask me about this is not mine actually. It's a good friend of mine, Leon Taylor, the Olympic silver medalist diver. If you don't know who Leon is. Who is now a mentor, as it happens, a role model for Tom Daley.
Yeah, yes.
So it kind of what goes around comes around. But I remember saying to Leon, can you remember when he decided, the moment when he decided he wanted to really take it seriously and be an Olympic athlete? And he went, yeah, I can remember the exact moment. I was like 7 or 8, sat on the sofa with my dad. And there was an Olympic ceremony on for the medals at the end. And it was when Daley Thompson had just won the decathlon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And so I remember turning to my dad and saying, who's that man on that those boxes?
Oh, yeah. Podium.
Podium.
That's a posh word.
Yeah. Why is he there? What's going on? And why is he whistling as well?
All right, yeah.
Like as the flag's going up and they're playing the national anthem. And he said, my dad said, well, Leon, that's Daley Thompson. He's just won this thing called a gold medal, which is like the best medal you can win in this thing called the Olympic Games. It only ever happens like every 4 years. And I'm not sure, but I think the reason he's whistling is to stop himself from crying because he's so proud
really
of winning that medal.
Yeah.
And Leo said, I remember in that exact moment, I'm going to do what he did.
Yeah.
He's I won't use the word role model, but he became a role model for me.
So it's interesting that when he was 7, he got a role model. I'd won at 7. And the thing that Daley Thompson was really famous for was going one more than everybody else, and he always used to train on Christmas Day, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He used to train on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this in another couple though, haven't we?
Yeah.
But anyway, I think you're never too old to get a role model. Now what's interesting is on the workshop, we often, in advance, we typically say to people, who's a communicator you admire and why? Which is another way to think about role models. And what I find interesting is sometimes people struggle with that question. Some people go, I can't think of one, or I haven't got one.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to know what some of your role models out there are in terms of confidence.
Let us know. We'd love to know that.
Yeah, we can talk about them. People you use in different situations.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to improve being good at giving a presentation or improve your confidence, find a role model, somebody who's already great at doing that thing and model them.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Model what their behaviours, what they do, how they perform, how they move, how they speak, all those things.
Which is basically what we've done that's how we've developed our workshop, haven't we? Just modelled, we've discovered other people we think are brilliant and modelled them. Some people we've got to talk to and ask them,
what's
going on, in here. They're running a different program, have different beliefs.
And I think it's closely. I think going alongside with role models is also, you might also think of mentors.
Yeah.
So obviously you can't meet all your heroes, so get to know about them, think about them, read about them, use them as a role model. But where you can, if you can get somebody who's already doing what you'd like to do and role model them. So again, Finlay, my son, when he was a little boy, I bought him a second-hand, because I'm from Yorkshire, a second-hand magic set from Oxfam.
Was it from Oxfam?
Yeah. And he got the tricks out and he practiced them like crazy.
Yeah.
And his big thing from being a little boy, from being 7 or 8, he said, he got into magic, but he said, Dad, I don't want to be one of those magicians who can just buy a trick that anybody can do, because we can all buy one, He said, I want to do like look no sleeves, sleight of hand.
Yeah.
So he just started practicing, and he got a couple of magic books, and he practiced so much that, could give you a pack of playing cards. How many cards in a pack of playing cards? It's an in-joke for people on the workshop,
52,
right?
52, if you don't know.
And he said, take some out, and then I won't look, and then I'll give them back to me. He'd hold them and go, there's 47. That's how good he got.
Yeah.
But one day he got to the point where he asked me a brilliant high quality question, and he said to me, Dad, I've realised you can't help me get better at magic. And you can help me with confidence and presenting it, the actual magic. So can you find me somebody who can?
Right.
And I remember saying to him, what, you mean like a full-time, like joking, like cynically, like you mean like a full-time professional magician?
Yeah,
that'd be
to
good.
Find your Paul Daniels.
Yeah. So anyway, that obviously sowed the seed. Mighty Power of the Raz, you might have heard us talk about that before, reticular activating system. It obviously kind of created the filter. So about a month later, I'm at a Professional Speakers Association event.
Is there a lot of talking goes on there?
Yeah, you have to actually have a light on the table, like your turn to talk. It's great. But anyway,
I'm going to get us one.
Yeah, we should. And this is a longer one, so we can chat on. People said they wanted a longer one, so anyway, I'll cut to chase.
Right.
After dinner, they had somebody say, "Oh, we've got one of our members who's going to do a magic show, right?" And I thought, and then I hadn't realised that, course, quite a lot of the members of the Professional Speakers Association were professional magicians, because that's being a communicator speaker, right? So it was a great guy who's a friend to this day, but that's the first time I ever met him, called John.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want a great magician for your event, especially a business event, John will put a business message into his presentation for you. So check out John. So like, Finlay, John. So I signed up to John. I said, John, got this lad. Finlay's like 11, and he's into magic. And I remember John going, "Oh, fantastic! I remember when I was that age, getting into magic."
Yeah.
I said, "Thing is, he wants to improve, and I can't help him. He needs like a role model. Can he send you like a few questions to help him, And John said, "Well, where do you live?" I said, "Leeds." He said, "Well, I live in Bradford. We can do better than that. Don't you have like a little act he can do?"
They're both in Yorkshire.
Yeah, Yorkshire, England. And he said, "Do you have a little act he can do?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, why don't I come over and have a look?" So John came over.
Bless him,
and he said, "Leave us alone." And he said, "Yeah, great." And he said, "Yeah, that's good, that Finlay. If you like, I'll mentor him. I'll be like a role model for him." And so they got together every month, probably. I took him out at John's house, or John came here. So the question is, how good do you think that made Finlay?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, a professional.
Yeah.
So, get a role model is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And like, even, context dependent. So those of you who go to the gym, right? Like what I does. There's good English for you.
Yeah.
And I'm in gym, right? And I think, it would be a great... Now, if you stop and think for a minute, this isn't a hard question, this, Curly.
Right, okay.
Right, if you want to be, like, put some muscles on...
Yeah.
And you're in gym...
Yeah.
And you want a role model...
Yeah.
And you think about famous bodybuilders, who would come to mind?
Famous Austrian bodybuilders.
There's one.
Arnie.
Arnie's an amazing guy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? So my role model, even though I've never met the guy, although I know a lot about him, is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like my role model. So when I'm in gym and I'm
for the gym,
just for the gym, right? Yeah. Well, for other stuff, to be honest, because he's got some interesting, but particularly for the gym.
Yeah.
When I'm in gym, I think I want to go home now, or can I be bothered to do another what's called a set? And is my form right? That's one from Finlay. I just asked this question, what, again, high quality question.
Yeah.
What would Arnie do?
Yeah.
Or if Arnie was here, what would he say? And he'd say, "Do another set." So I do.
you know what we'll do, Steve, on another session?
Yes.
We'll discuss the topic of asking high quality questions, because I think that's really, it's been mentioned a few times. I think that'd be really useful.
In fact, on the topic of asking high quality questions, obviously Confident Club Cuppa is all about the questions you have. So any questions you have to do with anything to do with, well, not anything, gardening maybe.
Yeah.
Growing
How
your
to
dabs.
grow a beautiful narcissi.
But to do with the topic of confidence or giving great presentations, then please ask them and we'll do our best to answer them, won't we?
We would. And I think on that note,
yes,
we'll say goodbye.
Yeah, now get back to work. I'll see you there.